preparing.
Let's do it. What's going
We're
on,
probably
everybody out
live.
there? We are. What's up, everybody? We are back. Yes. Hello. What's up, people? News.
Hi. Hello, everyone.
I'm
How's
reading the
everyone
comments.
out
That's why
there?
you see me like that. I was in the comments.
We have comments already. Get out of here. I'm so not prepared. Hi, everybody.
We
Yes,
are
look at
back. We
that.
are back.
I did the power, the symbol. I did it too hard and I hurt myself.
Right.
Doesn't it look like a walking boot on my hand? I'm walking on my hands.
Right. Shoot.
Oh
Oh man, I
man.
hope everybody that's tuning in has had a great week. Please, like always, please leave your comments. Um, how your week's been in the description or in the comment section
Yes.
or in the chat, whichever one suits you. Please leave it in there. We're always excited to know how you guys' week's been. Um, yeah, my week has been good. Uh-oh. There we go. Wait, nope. That. Sorry, everybody. I'm just getting everything set up, so don't mind me.
Yes, we're gonna let people come in, file in, get your drink, get something to eat. It's gonna be an hour. We're gonna stick to that hour. We have been doing good, so
Yeah,
bear with us.
we got a great show, action packed. We got a lot of information for you guys tonight.
Yes.
Um, I'll be talking briefly about jobs. Uh, Senator Josh Hawley or Haley Holly, whatever that guy's
Holly.
name is, Holly. I'll be
Yep.
talking about MasterCard in Africa. Very interesting right there. And of course, we got some quick news, so I'm gonna leave that for the quick news section. But that's some of the topics that we gonna be talking about tonight. So y'all definitely need to stay tuned. Please get your drink, relax, um, and get ready for a good show. You know,
Yes. Get ready. Get ready. Where are our usual suspects? Hey, Mary.
yeah, we just waiting for a couple more of the usual suspects. Um, I am just gonna send this out real quick. There we go.
Yeah.
Bang,
See, when the
bam.
weather gets nice, people don't want to show up. They outside somewhere having some wine and beer and cookouts and everything like that. Y'all got to
Right?
get
And
your
if y'all have cookouts,
news
y'all
fixed.
better invite us. I know we get invites to the cookout. I know y'all ain't gonna do us like that. I better see some invites to the cookout. We are here with y'all every week, bringing the news, bringing the funk, having a good time. I better get an invite. I want some barbecue. You know what I'm saying? I want some corn on the cob. I hope somebody I want to taste somebody's potato salad, macaroni and cheese. Um, what else people be talking about? And sweet potato pie. I know it ain't Thanksgiving, but sweet potato pie is good all year round. I'm looking for some invites, people. I want to see who got the best mac and cheese.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you guys are ready. Um, yeah, I am
Right?
ready. Everyone ready?
Oh, let me just
Are
send out
you
this
ready,
last
Kirk?
one.
Okay.
I need one more second.
You see how me and Case got the memo and we're all color coordinated here. This is how you
You know
do
what
the
I'm
news. Gotta be color
exactly.
coordinated to do the news.
Y'all need to hit a like button just for that because we on point. We are on point.
Right. Oh.
Okay, we got some people coming in. We got some more people coming in. Oop, I can't spell welcome. There we go. Bam. All right. You ready to get this party started?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
Let's do it. All
Hey,
right. Well,
news never
welcome.
waits.
Welcome everybody. And if this is your first time tuning in, we're a local digital online news show. We talk about local, national, and international news. I am your co-host, Mr. Casey.
I'm your host, Lana Quest.
Boom, there it
Because
is.
I
And
got a
again, this is
raise. I'm the host. I got a raise. I got a bump up.
there it is. There it is. You got to bump up. That's what I'm talking about. We are here. Um, Welcome everybody to another awesome show. Like I said at the top, we have a lot of stuff to get into today. A lot of
Yeah.
topics, a lot of issues um, to get into. So, with that being said, you wanna get right into it and start off with a couple of your topics
Yeah.
or
Do
any.
your quick news. Aren't you doing your quick
Okay,
news? You want to
yeah,
hit them with
actually.
some your quick
I
news
do
first?
actually. I do actually. It's been so long. I'm used to having a guest and getting right into it.
Right, I know it is. Yeah, the format is a little off right now because we've done so many guests. You're absolutely right. So let's start off with some
I'm
quick
thrown
news.
off a little bit. We're just trying to get back into the groove, you know.
That's
But
all. That's
yes,
good.
we do start the show with some quick news. Um, so yes, I have a couple quick news. First off, it's Infrastructure Week. We definitely
It is.
need infrastructure. You know,
Yes,
we
we
have to
do.
get jobs made. I know we're always talking about, the issues that matter to the people. And one of the main issues is jobs. And having good infrastructure, having a great infrastructure bill helps create jobs. And what do we mean by jobs? I'm not talking about like McDonald's, retail store jobs like that, which we do need and which are respectable jobs. But what I mean is um, building new roads, bridges, highways, um, re getting new pipes for plumbing, just like you do if you have a house. You need to update your plumbing. We need to update our pipes as well. Our water pipes are over 100 years old. People,
And
think
we're
about that.
drinking from them too. So that's
Drinking from
crazy.
100-year-old pipes. You know what I mean? The house down the street got newer pipes than that. Those pipes were built in the 1900s, people. The 1900s. God damn.
Yeah.
None of us was even thought of back then. That's how old our pipes are. So, Infrastructure Week, um, a lot going on with Biden's infrastructure bill. So I'll make sure to have links to that in the description at the end of the show. Um, while I was doing some research, trying to look up some different things to talk about, I came across this website called America Tracking America's Recovery. And it was very, very interesting. It's different graphs, different pie charts, showing in different areas, different sectors, the recovery after what's been going on with COVID, with the
Right.
vaccine rollouts. It's talking about, housing, finance, healthcare. It breaks it down. It's very interesting, just to see, it shows the recovery in which states are 100% open, which states aren't. It shows which states still have high COVID cases. It breaks a lot of things down.
What is it
It
called
shows
again? What is it called
it's
again?
called Tracking America's Recovery.
Hmm.
Um, and the hold on one second. Um, is actually it was uh put together by CNN Business. So it's on CNN.com. And again, I'll make sure to have a link. It's crazy. They talk about your job, your home, investments, your money, your spending, your leisure, travel. Like they really break it down, and it's good to see. It's hopeful. Again, we've been through one of the worst 18, 19 months in history of any of our
Yeah.
lives. We lived through a freaking pandemic. And unfortunately, a lot of people, um, nearly half a million
Right.
people, did not survive. So it's crazy, but it's good to see good data. Keeps us hopeful. And lastly, um, this is some good news. the Met. If y'all don't know, the Met, big museum, has a lot of dope, crazy art, paintings and statues. Um, it's a smaller Smithsonian, not as in depth as the Smithsonian, but a little more sophisticated, little more cultured, if you will, a little snobby. But there's an article, very good news. The Met is returning three African artifacts back to Africa. Um,
Wow.
and the reason why that's a big deal, because a lot of different countries, Africa, India, um, have been writing letters to France, Britain, and all of Europe, because a lot of these places, even here in America, excuse me, have a lot of their culture in museums, in private collection, which is really
Right.
unfortunate. Um,
Right.
and so it's their history, it's
Right.
African history, and a lot of
Right.
African Americans here in America, that could be and is part of our history. You know what I'm saying? Whether
Right.
we're descendants, um,
And
like
how do
either
we get
directly,
it? How do we get that stuff per chance? How do we get their artifacts per chance in their art? How do we get it here? Well, just a
right?
question that I already know the answer to, but I just kind of want you to, enlighten the folks that don't think about that. Like, really think about it. How did we get artifacts from other countries, Africa in particular? Why is it here? How did it get here? Did Africa just
Mm,
say, hey, yo, y'all can
take
have it? Or did we, America just go in there and just take as they always take?
right, and it's important because art reflects society. It's you get to see how people looked at nature, how did they look at animals, and that can give you an interpretation of how society was for them. You get a glimpse at what creative thoughts they had. And right
Right,
now,
right,
you don't a lot of people in Africa, here in America, African American, don't have you don't hear about African art because it's not in Africa, it's in other places. And the fact that the art is in other places, even then you don't hear about it. You don't hear about African sculptures, but yet there's an African statue at the Met. Like, what is that? You know what I mean?
right.
Like, you don't you get a chance to reflect in your history, your culture. Look at Rome and all the statues and how much people know about, Socrates and all that, and this, that, and the third through their art. You get to see that,
So what you're
you
saying is
know?
that we have the art here, but we're not like promoting it. So I mean, but I guess if you're in the art realm, if that's your thing, about the art. My only thing is if they're trying to get their art back, that means how did we get it? Because
They
a lot
stole
of
it.
places, right? Because a lot of places borrow art, like you get it on loan and you can show it at the Met for a certain amount of time and then you give it back.
Hmm.
But, oftentimes we've stolen, not we, but other countries take from other countries. It's like all we do is take. It's awful. I know
Hmm.
this is quick news. Sorry, we'll get
No,
into a
no,
whole nother topic
no. You're absolutely
because
right.
it's
And again,
it's so relatable. It's all coming from colonization and like just taking things. No shade, white men, but the white men of that time just went in every place and just took whatever they want. Oh, your land is better. Thank you. Not even a thank you, actually. And then what am I talking about? Thank you. Like, I'm just
right?
gonna go in and take it. Oh, black people, you guys are like, you're doing well. 1800s, you have land. No, I'm taking that land. And that's exactly how it is. My mom told stories of my grandmother in Alabama. And she would sit on her porch with a shotgun because the white men would try to come and force her to give them her land. So she would just sit there with a shotgun, like, don't come on my property. You're not getting my land. That's crazy. But that's
Hmm.
how it was down there. You had to protect, and they were lynching people at that time and afterwards. So it's crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, all that stuff is interconnected. All this stuff, but that's all I got for the quick news. Again, I'll make sure to have all the links in the description so y'all can go check it out. Especially check out the African art, yo. Some of the pictures that they got, dope, dope, dope.
Right, right. And Michelle had a good point in the show had a good point in the chat. Like museums have the ability to replicate these things. You know, you can replicate art.
Mhm.
You don't have to steal it. Like
Exactly,
what's
exactly.
going on? So interesting. So I do have some quick news, but not so quick, but I'll try to make it quick.
Let's hear
First
what
off, I
you
want to
got.
say
What you got?
rest in peace to Clarence Williams. If you don't know who Clarence Williams is, you know me in movies, I forget them all. If you know me, you know I cannot remember a movie like other than my favorite ones, Car Wash, Kirkland, and Claudine.
Oh,
So other than those, I don't remember. I do know Clarence Williams was in the Mod Squad, I think. He was in, oh my gosh.
you said
Someone in
Clarence
the chat,
Williams?
yeah, you know him, his face. He passed away, I think last week or maybe
He
this
was
week.
the um uh
He's
Tales
a
from the Hood
villain,
guy.
huh?
Tales from the Crypt.
Right,
He,
he that
he was
too,
the he
but
was
most
yeah.
but he was in the Mod Squad. Y'all don't know the Mod Squad? Am I dating myself or something? The Mod Squad is a cop show.
Oh yes. Oh, I totally. I
Way,
had to look him up, y'all. I had to look him up. We got confused. I had
way
to look him up.
back.
Totally
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I know him from. But anyway, rest in peace, rest in power to Clarence
And he was a
Williams.
great actor too. He was definitely a
He
great
re-
actor. All his roles,
right.
he
Oh,
definitely
see,
ex-
yeah, thank you, Shell. He's Father in Purple Rain. Thank you. Yes,
yes.
yeah. Can't remember. And he was in so much, many other things, and he was such a good actor. Such a
He
good
was. He
actor.
was. It's
Um,
dang, that's sad. That's sad. R.I.P.
yeah,
R.I.P. I'll make sure to have some links to his kind of IMDb so you can go
right,
through, look at his filmography. Uh,
right.
I am in I'm an up and coming filmmaker myself, so I yeah.
Got to put that
R.I.P.
IMDb.
R.I.P.
More RIP. I'm sorry, guys. I have to put my arm up. I'm trying to keep it out of the shot, but it's like going numb when it's not up. So next, on the quick news, Pfizer is starting to test COVID vaccines in children under 12. That is good news.
Nice,
Let's
nice.
see. Biden did break off his talks with the GOP this week regarding infrastructure. I don't know why it took him that long. I don't even know why this is news. Like I'm just, but it is news. It did happen. There you go. Let's see. COVID pharmacies that have extended their hours for the COVID vaccine. They are now offering free Uber and Lyfts to go and get a vaccine because there's this push and drive to get what over 70% of America vaccinated.
Yeah, so we can
So
get to that herd immunity
right.
number.
So, right. With that said, if you need a ride to the pharmacy, you can use one of the ride shares and they're supposed to give it to you for free if you are going to get your vaccine, not going to get, condoms or cough drops or whatever
Right?
else you get from your local pharmacy, your plan B. None of that vaccine. All right. And free childcare. Again, not so you can go to the club so you can get your vaccine. So that is a thing. Let's see. Terry McAuliffe beat Jennifer Carroll Foy in the Georgia not Georgia, Virginia governor's race, primary
hmm
in the primary. They're both
Primaries.
Democrats. I was rooting for Jennifer Carroll Foy, but she did not make it. So it's Terry McAuliffe will be against. I don't even know who's running for the Republicans in Virginia governor.
Let's
I don't
see.
know. So
Virginia. Sorry about
yeah,
that, everybody.
while you're looking that up, or if anyone knows in the chat, they can throw that in there. Next, quick news. I have a lot of quick news. A lot did go on. The
Yes, a
Biden
lot did.
administration. Listen, the Biden administration has found almost 4,000 migrant children that have been separated. Like they found those kids. They haven't necessarily got them back with their parents, but the kids were actually missing in the system. Like Trump, they just separated them, sent them all over the country, and not had any paperwork like where the kids were. So they found about 4,000 of these kids and are working on reuniting them with their parents and family members. Let's see. 30 million people have signed up for Obamacare, which is actually a
Nice.
great thing because under Trump, remember, he was like doing the deadlines like dirty so people would miss the deadlines. He didn't want people to sign up, like just trying to sabotage it. So Biden expanded the deadlines and made it more accessible to people. So 30 million people, that means that MAGAs are too signing up for Obamacare. Like, stop
Hmm.
playing. They need it too.
Again, it don't the Republicans lied to their base
Right.
for forever, and
Right.
healthcare is for everybody. Like you
Right.
said, MAGA people need healthcare too.
Right.
Like, not throwing shade, but yo, they're just as poor as we are.
Right,
Like,
right. Come on. MAGA people need healthcare too.
uh,
Okay, couple more.
oh, real quick,
Early voting. Oh,
the
go ahead.
to answer your
The,
question, for the governor, Glenn Youngkin is
okay,
the
so
Republican person that's running in the race.
all right, guys. So that means that we need to be out here supporting Terry McAuliffe for Virginia governor because we do not need a Republican governor of another state. We just
No,
do not. It is no, we don't. So we really have to lift up Terry McAuliffe, amplify his voice, make sure people are being registered in Virginia to vote when it's time.
yeah,
Next, a judge overruled a California 32-year ban on assault weapons. The judge compared assault rifles to a Swiss Army knife and said that he overruled the ban because more people die from COVID than they do from assault rifles. Yes,
yeah,
Trump appointed judge. Pretty sure of that. This is what he wrote in his decision of why he overruled. After 32 years, California banned assault rifles, and this judge is like, because I can. Like that's just
yeah.
I'm just gonna unban it if that's a word. We don't need that. So that's crazy. That happened. Lastly, New York, pay attention. Early voting starts in 2 days on Saturday. You guys are voting for your next the mayor. So
Yeah,
go Saturday. Early voting starts. There's a lot of candidates. A
a
lot,
lot.
and maybe like 15 Democrats. I heard, I think Eric Adams was in the lead. There's Chang, there's Catherine Garcia, Diane Morales, Maya Wiley. Like there's just a ton of them. New
It
York.
the it's packed.
It is
I'm actually
that
trying to find more of the candidates,
it's a lot
because
of them.
it is a lot.
So yes, New York, get out there, get your vote on Saturday. Your vote matters. Republicans are trying to take your votes away. So use your vote. Use your vote.
Yes, get out there, get
That's
out
my
there.
quick
That if you
news.
want your voice heard and you want
Right.
good representation, vote for the person that represents the issues that matter. That's what we always talk about.
Right.
That's what we always
Right.
push. All
Right.
our interviews are candidates that understand the issues that we go through. They've had 9 to 5s.
Right.
They work as nurses. Some are veterans,
Right.
retired. So they understand what we go through. They understand the issues.
I
So
literally look
please,
like I have a puppet. I'm sorry.
you.
I look like I'm gonna be like,
Oh
what do you think
man.
about Andrew Yan?
Someone says no Andrew Yang.
Yeah, I say,
Michelle P. No Andrew Yang.
yeah, yeah. Andrew got to get more. He got to get more of his feet wet. That was an interesting. I don't even
You
know how
don't
he
you
got
you don't
there. How did
He
he even get to New York?
he's from New York.
Was he
He
always there?
yeah.
Oh,
He
I didn't
blew up
even.
in of course you guys know he ran for president.
Right,
Um,
right.
got a lot of he had slow steam. He started picking up his pace. I was definitely I had my guy Bernie, but I was definitely on the Yang gang. I was
Yeah,
liking that. It was cool. Um,
yeah.
but then of course he faded out, not necessarily because of what he was talking about, because he definitely had a big following.
Mary said he low key lives in New Jersey and took photos of his son's apartment. That's funny.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even know where Yang came from. I never knew of him bigging up no New York, but it's fine. I He's not gonna win that, whatever the case is.
it was name recognition and based on his past when in the presidential election, um, certain stances that he took, a lot of people thought he would be the best fit for mayor. So that's
Mhm.
how he kind of got up in recognition over the past like month and a half.
Really?
His
I
number his
don't
poll
think.
numbers have kind of dropped. Lot of missteps, a lot of bad quotes,
And he,
a lot of
yeah,
bad timing. But
his interviews are bad. Like, he doesn't have
yeah,
the answers. And I know we got to move on because we're like at the 30-minute mark. But like, Reverend Al was asking him questions because Reverend Al's from New York
hmm
about, I forgot, like, how to basically like fix the crime and certain things. How do you take care of that if you don't have experience in it? And his answer was so like, it was basically like, well, I'll hire somebody. Like, that's kind
hmm
of like what he was
yeah,
saying. And it was just not, it was not good enough. Like, yeah, I get you surround yourself with people that know, but what do you know? Because these people can tell you anything. You need to have a, anyway, but
yeah.
whatever. It's
And real
fine.
quick, we got a clarification. Mary
Okay.
said she was actually talking about the
Oh,
black dude faking
oh,
living in New York, not
who
Yang.
who is that? Is that Eric? Because he's no, it can't be Eric because the guy Eric actually heads the Brooklyn something. So there's a lot of black dudes actually running. So no.
Eric Adams takes
Well,
heat from report he may live in New Jersey.
that's
Eric
interesting because
Adams.
Eric Adams actually runs like some type of Brooklyn council or something. He does something for
Mm,
Brooklyn, out of Brooklyn. Like, he currently, like, that's his job. He does something for Brooklyn. I think it's Brooklyn. If you guys can look
okay.
that up in the chat, look that up. But yeah, he's
Yep.
actually leading.
Eric Adams, Brooklyn Borough President and front runner
Right,
for the Democratic
right,
primary, June 22nd, shot down allegations Wednesday that he doesn't live in New York, commutes from a co-op he co-owns with his partner in Fort Lee, New Jersey, and misused a government building as a campaign office. So that's what they're
right,
reporting on, saying that's what he
right,
doesn't live in New York, but he
right. Because
works.
I would right, right. Right. Because he is the president of the Brooklyn borough. So how would he be the president
Yeah,
there?
it's
Yeah.
weird, but that they're trying to find dirt on anything,
Oh yeah.
put it out
True.
there just to bring
That
down
is
his
true.
numbers. But
Right. But he's
I'll
leading.
have this link in the article. Thank you, Mary.
Yes.
I'll make
Thank
sure to have
you.
this link in the
Hi, Keiko.
description so you guys can read it as well, and give your thoughts. So,
Okay.
what else you got?
Nothing. That's my quick news. Because now we got to speed it up. We're at 30. So we got to run through these quotes and run through our main things. So,
Let's
let's
do
go
it.
without further ado. Let's get on some quotes. You guys ready for some quotes? I don't have my glasses. So if, you know, bear with me. First quote. First quote. Let's go. Let's go. When injustice runs deep, progress takes time.
When justice runs deep,
When
progress takes.
injustice, when
Oh, injustice.
injustice runs deep, progress takes time. I'm sorry for anyone who is new to the show. This is the quote segment. We're trying to rush through it. This is the quote segment. This is when I take quotes from the past week, and we play a little game, and it's guess the quote. So I'm gonna read the quote, not it's not word for word, but I'm gonna read a quote, and then you have to guess who said the quote, and that's where we're at right now. When injustice runs deep, progress takes time is the first quote. I will give a hint so we can move on. Let's see. Politician.
Is it a lady?
It is a man. A great orator. A great orator. When injustice runs deep, progress takes time. He is a great orator. Another hint. Oh, I hate to give you this hint. He's tall.
I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go.
He was a senator.
Okay, so that makes that one. I'm glad I didn't say nothing. That's who I was gonna say, but she said senator.
He's not now. He's not now. He had a job after the Senate.
Oh well, I'm gonna go with Michelle P. Obama.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Obama. Good job.
Thank you, Michelle
Rand
P.
Paul. Mary said Rand Paul. Yeah, because Rand Paul cares about injustice, boys. Rand Paul said, I will not sign that anti-lynching bill. No way.
No.
Okay, next
Let
quote.
him hang. That's horrible. He's a horrible person. Horrible person.
Next quote. The Biden administration and Senate Democrats need to stop playing patty cake with the Republicans and move now on infrastructure. The Biden administration and the Senate Democrats need to stop playing patty cake with the Republicans and move now on infrastructure. A young Congresswoman.
I was about to say, because I can't see nobody old saying that. That's kind of like, yo, getting in your face.
Yes.
Young Congress.
Young Congresswoman.
Corey? Oh.
I know. I think they're a little behind. Yep, AOC. Mary got it. And Michelle.
I'm gonna just have to start. I'm going with y'all. Y'all be on point.
All right. Okay. Next. Let's see. I have had enough of spectators treating people like they're in a human zoo. This is a sports quote. This is a basketball player. Last week, he had something thrown on him.
Oh.
I have had enough of spectators treating people like they're in a human zoo.
Oh, there was actually. So the first one, because a couple of them happened.
Oh, right. Because maybe it was spit. I'm not sure.
It was
not King James. Close. Okay, another hint. He played for the Celtics. Another hint. First name begins with a K, but not King James.
Oh, Kyrie?
Yes. Kyrie Irving. Yes.
Kyrie. The other person I was thinking of was Westbrook.
Oh, right.
So somebody threw either a bottle at him or like food or something like that.
Exactly.
But, yo.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go. Not everyone is the same. I'm thick. Other people are thin. This is relative to Naomi not wanting to give the interviews. Not everyone is the same. I'm thick. Other people are thin. She was actually defending Naomi. Mary said Larry Bird with the last question. That's funny.
Yo.
Not everyone is the same. I'm thick. Other people are thin. Yes. Serena. Good job. Okay.
Yes, that's who it was.
Yeah, Serena. I'm going to I want to do all of these. Ugh. Okay, we're gonna do these three real quick. These are
All right, we
from
got.
these are former guests on the show. All right.
So this is a lightning round. This is
This
a
is the
new
like,
aspect. This is
yeah.
lightning round.
These are the guests. See how much you guys are paying attention. Okay, this guest was
Ooh.
on the show, and she said, "If we put our money together, we can change the blah, blah, blah. Sorry. If we put our money together, we can change the direction of the nation."
Now I know because I was there
Right.
when they said it, and
Right.
she gave y'all a hint.
I
So
yes. Yes. Come on, guys. I know there's a delay. If we put our money together, we can change the direction of the nation.
hmm.
Thank you,
Oh,
Erica Smith. Good job. Okay.
I need to get
Next.
I need to get these prizes together.
Yeah, right. I know. Next quote. And another guest. Let's open the door to mental health, remove the barriers and stigmas.
Hmm. 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 Say it one more time so they just in case, just in case.
Let's open the door to mental health, remove the barriers and stigmas.
Of course, this was a good interview. Of course, of course.
Uh, no, not Stephen Houlihan, not Ellison. This person is really big on healthcare, very big on
Very
healthcare,
big.
very big. His platform is mental health and healthcare. Um, First name begins with a B. Last name begins with an H.
And he's
He's
always
always
in the chat.
Yes, he's always in the chat. And I wish he was in the chat today because hey, one of his quotes, yes, Brent.
Yes,
Good
Brent,
job.
that's our guy. And again, I'll make sure to
Okay.
have links to all these interviews. So just in case you guys missed them, you'll be able to go
Yes.
back, watch them. Great interviews.
Okay.
They're great people. And they want to make a change, and make it better for us.
Yeah.
Not just their family, but for us as well. So those Brent, Erica, Miss Erica, excuse me, Miss Erica Smith, Mr. Brent Heinrich.
Yeah.
Um,
Great.
they're great individuals. Great individuals.
They
I'll
are.
make sure to have a link to their interviews in the description.
Yeah. That was the quotes, guys. I know we had to cut it a little short, but yay. Yay. So you want to move on to the next segment?
Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it.
All right. So I just have a couple of things that I do want to talk about. Not really what's going on in the news right now, but relative to what's going on in the news. So, three brothers, well, not actual brothers, but brothers as in soul brothers. Michael Felix, Michael Felix, Jazz Hampton, and Andre Creighton of Minnesota have developed an app called Turn Signal. If you haven't heard about what Turn Signal is the dopest thing ever. So it's an app, that you put on your phone, you download, and what it does is it gives you instant access to an attorney 24/7 if you're pulled over by the police. So if you were speeding or whatever the case is, when a cop comes up, you can, turn that app on and an attorney will pop up no matter what the time is, an attorney will pop up. The attorneys that come up are, trained in de-escalation. They are trained in traffic stops, search and seizure, those type of laws. So they're there to help you walk away safely. Not only the person driving, but also the cop to walk away safely. So these three guys, Jazz Hampton, Andre Creighton, and Michael Felix, they did go to police stations as well and talk to the police about, with creating this app, what are some of the issues that you have? Because, of course, this is mainly for Black and brown people being stopped by police to make sure that things don't escalate, that make sure that, we're not getting killed for speeding or for having something that's in the mirror blocking. But it also helps the police walk away too. So situations don't escalate, whereas they're getting injured. And so not only do you get an attorney right there with you, it also is recording you. So if the police officer does not have his body cam on, this thing is a reverse body cam. So it's recording what's going on. Not only is it recording, when the recording stops, it goes to the cloud. So it's saved. So you have a recording of that incident right away. So it just kind of levels the playing field out here. And that's exactly what we need, because
Yep.
it's a cop, an attorney on call. Like, imagine how many lives that is going to save when a cop is on call. That is absolutely crazy. So it's not expensive either. And actually, the rollout happened on May 14th in Minnesota. I think soon, coming real soon, is going to roll out in Chicago, DC, Atlanta, I think one other major city, and then by 2023, it's going to be national. For now, it's $9.99 a month. I think $75 for a year subscription, and well worth it. Like, these men, this is such a good idea. I know they didn't do it for money, but they are going to make a lot of money. But they are also
Yeah.
going to save a lot of lives.
Countless,
Countless,
countless lives.
countless lives. I imagine this is it's a hard rollout that takes time, because you're talking about a lot of different jurisdictions. You know what I mean? So that's why the app can't just pop up and be everywhere. You have to get attorneys in those different states. You got to get the laws of those states, down for this app and all that stuff. So that's why it's going to take some time to get to everyone, but they are getting there. I think we're going to have the link to the website where Turn
Mm-hmm.
Signal is in our description. And also, it's
Yep.
called Turn Signal because the majority of Black and brown people are pulled over for turn signals. That's how we're pulled over for traffic
Mm-hmm.
stops. Your tail light is busted. You didn't turn signal. Look, what was Sandra Bland? Some type of turn signal situation, and she ended up,
Yep.
dead in a prison. So Philandro Castile, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? That too was like some type of tail light violation. So saving lives, that's what's important.
Yeah.
So that I just want to talk about that. It is not anti-cop. It's going to
Nope.
protect both the driver and the cop. So
I'll definitely be once they
yeah.
roll it out for everybody else. I'm definitely downloading
and,
this
and
app.
use it for your children too. Like, if you
Yeah.
daughters, sons, like, it's just a Christmas gift. Man, listen, that's, oh my
Right.
God, I can't even
This
say
is
it
to save
enough.
your life.
Save
Like,
your life.
yo,
Save
and
your
that's
life. But
that's what it's about.
I'm gonna move on because I want you to have time to
Yep.
tell your story. Last
Go
story.
right ahead.
Kevin Strickland. I don't know if you know who Kevin Strickland is, but Kevin Strickland has been in a Kansas City jail for 42 years. He went in there as 18 just recently, but not that recently, maybe a month or so ago. Prosecutors have found out that he he was innocent, and he proclaimed his innocence the whole time. But now the prosecutors know that he is innocent. The eyewitness changed their testimony and said that he is innocent. He went to jail for, like, I think it was triple homicide. He was with two other friends of his who both said Strickland had nothing to do with it, that he was the most honest non-criminal that they knew. They did their time and have been released. Kevin Strickland is still in jail after 42 years, after an eyewitness said he didn't do it, after prosecutors filed papers saying he needs to be released. The governor of uh, that
Missouri.
state, Governor Parsons, has not released this man. On Memorial Day, Governor Parsons has pardoned 36 people and did not pardon Kevin Strickland yet. Kevin Strickland is just sitting there. So there's been protests and everything to get this man out of jail. Like, right now, he is turning 60. He went in at 18 or 60 or 62 or something. He's in his 60s. He went in at
Yeah.
18 for something he did not do because eyewitnesses continue to lie. Karen's out here just lying, and this man has been in jail this whole time. Um, at some point, the prosecution has said that they are going to file a motion with the court to get him fully pardoned and exonerated and out of jail by August. But all this paperwork and stuff just takes time. It seems like you should just be out, but it just takes time.
Yeah.
I think under like the George Floyd bill would give prosecutors a way that they could just step in over the governor and get these people out. But for now, they can't. Um, that's that's my story, and it's just awful how they're doing him. For I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's almost
And
like I'm just pissed that we made a mistake, and I don't know, we're just gonna keep you in. Who cares about your life? I don't know.
yeah, I mean, two things. One, this is reminiscent of Derek Chauvin case.
Yeah.
We talked about that. We covered that.
Right.
There comes to a point. What is the purpose?
Right.
Like you were asking then, for what?
Right.
Why so long? What point are you trying to prove
By
by having
keeping
your
him
knee
in
on this?
jail. Right.
Yeah,
Exactly. You're absolutely right. It's like you're having
what's
his knee
the
on the neck. Right. You don't want to release this black. It's almost like he doesn't want to give him the pardon yet because everybody wants him to be pardoned because there's
yeah?
all these black people are protesting right now. So he's like,
You're not
I'm
going.
just gonna make
I'm the
him
big
wait.
boss around here.
Exactly. Mom, Governor Parsons. He's just gotta
Yeah.
wait. He gotta wait his turn. You know what he said? He can't cut in line. What the hell you mean cut in line? This man's been in jail for 42 years since he's 18. He's turning 62. And you talk about cut in line for something he never
What?
did?
Right? And then
He,
you over here pardoning
and
everybody?
you
Ain't
pardoning
that a cut in
everybody else
line?
except for the guy that's actually innocent. Talk about I gotta look at his paperwork. What paperwork, yo? The witness said he didn't do it. Yo, they don't. This just goes back to they don't care about black lives. You see how inconsequential this black man's life is? It's just like he gets out when he gets out. Oh well. Like
If he did it or not.
it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter. Like thank God there was no death penalty because this man would be dead by now, and innocent and dead. So
Yeah.
that's
And
he's
I can only imagine how many innocent brothers as well. There's not too many ladies that have been executed, but how many innocent brothers have been
right,
for false testimonies, for not even the witness, the police lying, the
right,
prosecution,
right,
it's just mind boggling. It's mind boggling.
right. Huh. Well, those are my stories. I mean, gosh, more power to Mr. Strickland. Hopefully he gets out
Yeah,
before August because that the injustice to it. And to be honest with you, sue the state and sue that governor
yeah,
because I shouldn't have to spend another day the minute you found out that I was innocent in the prosecution. The prosecution is telling you
right.
I'm innocent.
Not even his defense team, the
The
prosecution,
prosecution.
yeah, he shouldn't be there.
Right.
That the system,
Yeah.
there's
Black lives
it's
must
the
matter. We're going to make y'all know that Black lives matter. We're not going to stop
yeah,
until you realize how much Black lives matter. So you can try to stop our history all you want. We're not going to let it stop. We're not going to stop talking about it. We ain't going to stop protesting. We're just not with our ancestors dying to vote and being murdered and land being taken away. There's no way we're going to stop talking about this, and we're going to raise up our
mm-mm.
kids to continue to talk. So
Yep,
I'm
yep.
sorry. It's
And
your go. Give
no,
your
no,
stories. Like
I'm feeling that energy, yo. I'm sorry.
it's
I have
crazy.
to ride that wave. We're not gonna stop. We're not, and we're gonna stand in solidarity with Native Americans. We're gonna stand in solidarity with Asian Americans. We're gonna stand in solidarity with other groups of people that have been mistreated, injustice. Like
Right.
it, um, yo, it's we're not. It's not gonna stop. It's not
Right.
gonna stop. We're
Right.
going to still be here until change is made. And we're going to make sure this is why you guys need to like, share, subscribe, and follow What's Up People News. We're not going to stop because we're going to be right here every week telling you what's going on, making sure we're calling out the BS. We're complaining about the injustice. But at the same time, we're going to have solutions for you. We're going to have the people and candidates that can make those changes, make the changes that we want, not just for us, but most importantly, our kids. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? That's why you guys tune in, because we want to make sure we're giving you the information that can help
Right.
better you and your family and make good decisions. You
Right.
know, I mean, that's all. But
Yeah.
so I'm done riding. I'm gonna fall back. We're gonna wrap up the show. I have a couple topics. Right off the bat, we're gonna talk about American jobs. You know, it's a lot going on. A lot of people lost their jobs over the past year. It's been very heartbreaking. You know, these corporations have been struggling. Who, you know, it people need jobs. That's what we need, right? And what's happening is the Republicans, as they always do, anytime we need to help people, not just black and brown people, but white people, just people in general,
Right.
even their base. We're not
Right.
just helping Democrats, we're helping Republicans as
Right.
well. And um, they should have got rid of the they should have gotten rid of the filibuster, but we won't get into that. But because of that, the Republicans used the filibuster to block the Paycheck Fairness Act, which is very important, which will help a lot of workers. Um, the main thing that this act would do, it would eliminate bona fide factors such as education, training, and experience when justifying the differences in page um, discrimination.
Mm.
So all new when you're fresh out of college, not even college, fresh out of high school, and you're applying for a job, and they look at it and say, "Oh, we can't hire you because you don't have enough experience." Well, how the hell am I supposed to get experience if I
Right.
can't get a job in order
Right.
to gain the experience?
Right.
When you apply
Right.
for a job and there's a certain price, certain amount, they can take away from that because you don't have experience or because you didn't go to a particular college or institution. You know, they do this a lot when it's time to pay people.
Right.
Women, men, black men, they use that. And with this act, they will get rid of that. But Republicans gonna do what Republicans do, and that's block shit.
Right.
And Mitch McConnell and his boys, they said, you know what? Fairness? I don't know about that. That doesn't seem fair. We don't have to block that.
Yep.
And that's what they did. And this is why we gotta fight and stand up. People need to make a living. People need to support their family. Respectable jobs, you know? And if we can't be in a situation to where we're making minimum wage $15, we need that. And even now with inflation and all that, $15 is still not enough. But we need higher wages for workers because they're struggling. We're struggling. We
Right.
can't we have to decide, all right, well, COVID's here now. I have crazy bills now. I can only work part time. Like, come on. It's too much. The Republicans talk about they're the new party of the worker, but yet anytime they block minimum wage,
Right.
they try to stop the stimulus package from going out. Like they're stopping everything that's supposedly going to benefit their base as well. But yet they want to block it. Come on. Anyway, moving right along. Again, I'll make sure to have links to this in the description below. Josh Hawley, whatever his name is, one of the conspirators of January 6th, um, per usual, and he's been doing this a lot lately. He's been blocking nomination after nomination after nomination. He didn't block like at least six people's nomination, all of them from, of course, the Biden administration. His most recent block, um, her name, as you guys know, I'm horrible with names. Um, Had
What's her
Biden's
job?
nominate.
Right.
That's what
What's
I'm
she
trying to
being
look for.
nominated for?
Um, she would be um the Federal Personnel Agency. Oh, here no, the Office of Personal Management. Sorry about that, everybody. She's nominated for the Office of Personal Management, which means she can set guidelines to implement certain um uh okay, so basically I'm having a hard time with this. Um
So he's just
but she
blocking everything.
he
That's
yeah,
it.
he's just blocking everything.
Of course he
He's
is.
a horrible person.
I
I'm
mean, they
sorry,
all
everybody.
are. They
I'm
all are.
sorry. I'll make sure to have a link to this article um, in the description after the show. And lastly, um, there's some good news, some good COVID news. MasterCard and Africa CDC. MasterCard has given Africa CDC $1.3 billion in vaccination aid, which is awesome because a lot of these countries don't aren't getting the blueprints or the instructions to make their own vaccinations. Biden just sent some vaccinations over to India because they got it bad right now. Half
Right.
their population um, has COVID, and they've only administered only like less than 1%
Right.
of vaccinations to one of the most heavily populated countries on the planet. So to see MasterCard do this, even though I still have my issues with MasterCard and big business, it's good to see them trying to help out.
Right.
Um, again, I still question their motives in general, but the fact that they are helping out, you have to give them credit where credit is due, um, and that is a big credit. They're helping out a lot of people in Africa. South Africa is doing a lot better with
Mm-hmm.
their vaccination rollout, making sure that they get people vaccinated. So with that, on top of this, it's
Right.
only good news. And again, I have to add that the Met is giving Africa three of their artifacts back, three
Yeah.
of their
Yeah.
historical pieces of history. Like I
Yeah.
can't get over that. That's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
think about it. Britain got India's Hope Diamond, one of the biggest diamonds in the world, and they said nah, even though they stole it, they said nah, we ain't giving it back. We gonna keep it. So
Yep. Yep.
this is just a bit of history going back to the place where it belongs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I hope other countries, France, Amsterdam. Amsterdam has one of the biggest collections of African and Egyptian artifacts in Europe. They actually what they did, and I seen this documentary on Discovery Channel or History Channel, but they actually took a real pyramid, brick by brick, broke it down, labeled it, took it from Egypt, and rebuilt it in a museum. Like
Wow.
it's a room where like the like the prophets or the religious leaders would go and do whatever they did during religious like ceremonies and things like that. The room is immaculate. It is like I think they said like 18 feet high or something. Like
Mm-hmm.
the ceiling just like it's man high. Still has the hieroglyphics on the wall. They actually took like a couple of chairs, but they took a whole pyramid brick by brick, and it's in a museum in Amsterdam. Think about that
Right.
from Egypt. So anyway, that's all I got. Um, we made it to the mark. Anything you want to say before we close out?
No, vote, vote, vote. You guys know the routine. Like, subscribe, I don't know, share it. Make sure you tune in next week. We're gonna have a guest on there, Regina Marston, California
Yes,
42, I believe she is. So
yes,
tune in
yes.
next week. There we go.
That's hey, same thing. Please tune in next week. Today's show was very light, a little more relaxed than usual. Just to give us a break a little bit. I know give y'all a break as well. Have fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this show. Tune in next week for an awesome interview. Have a good rest of the day and good weekend. We'll
Bye
see you next
bye.
week.
Bye, guys.
Peace.